are back with everything you need to know about what might be the best EPCOT Festival of the year. We tried it all so we can confidently tell you which are must-tries and which you can skip. But EPCOT's Festival of the Arts is so much more than food, and we've got the tips and tricks to help you navigate the fest like a pro. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. So the 2025 Festival of the Arts, which we love to call farts, runs from January 17th to February 24th. There are over 20 food booths at the festival, but there's plenty more to do than just eat around EPCOT. This is a celebration of culinary, visual, and performing arts. So you're going to find live shows and traveling artists throughout the festival as well. The Disney on Broadway concert series features performances by some of Broadway's most accomplished actors and actresses. The performances take place at 5:30 p.m., 6:45 p.m., and 8 p.m. on each night at the America Gardens Theater. There are also musical performances at the stage at World Showcase Plaza, the front entrance to World Showcase, as well as live painters. Don't forget to look down, as EPCOT also welcomes several incredibly talented chalk artists every day during this festival. There's also an area for kids to play with chalk too. Dozens of Disney and visiting artists appear at the Festival of the Arts, and several signing times are scheduled throughout the event, so be sure to check that festival passport for dates and times if that's something you're interested in. At 12:30 and 1:30 daily, you can participate in the Animation Academy, where you can learn to draw Disney characters at the America Gardens Theater. Keep an eye out for those photo ops too, where you can step into famous paintings and try your hand at your own artwork by helping to create the massive interactive wall mural. You can search for Figment by following clues provided through famous works of art strategically located around World Showcase with Figment's Brush with the Masters scavenger hunt. The map costs $9.99 and comes with a prize. This year it's stencils, so you can make your own artwork. Or if you want a free scavenger hunt, you can look for all the artwork included in chock full of character. If you want to take home a souvenir, you got plenty of options from artwork sold around the park to the official festival merchandise. This year, they've got Figment Spirit jerseys and tees and hats and tumblers, a new lug bag in 2 sizes, a Loungefly backpack, and ears, and more. You're going to find festival merch in Communicore Hall and Creations Shop, and there are smaller vendors located around World Showcase. There's also a new Figment popcorn bucket this year. Luckily, if you're in dire need of this light-up bucket, you can just place a mobile order and pick it up at the Odyssey Pavilion. Pickup times and potentially the buckets will likely sell out, so don't sleep on this if you want him. There is a ton to do at this year's festival, and we have fully updated for 2025 our ebook to help you plan. This guide is packed with show times and performer lineups, food crawls, tips, hacks, and of course, full color photos and reviews of every single dish at the festival. Our team has been working hard to put this one together for you with the latest and greatest tips we have on hand to help you become the expert. You're going to find this and all of our other snack and festival guidebooks over at dfbstore.com. Don't forget to use code YouTube to get your discount. And be sure to stay tuned till the end of the video for some of our best festival tips. And now, our choices for the best food at this year's festival. Starting with a brand new one, the Deviled Egg Trio at the Artist's Table. First up, we grabbed that Deviled Egg Trio for $6.25. This is new to the festival this year, comes with 3 styles of deviled eggs, pimento cheese, green goddess, and BLT. We were super impressed with this dish, and all the flavors were strong in the best way. You could really taste each flavor, and each was wonderful. They were all very different from each other, though. If you like deviled eggs, you definitely need to try this dish. We don't think you're going to be disappointed. Next on our Best of the Fest list is the Carne Asada for $10.75 over at El Artista Hambriento. Now, we've seen this in years past, but its ingredients have changed up a bit this year. It's made with chipotle marinated beef sirloin, with pasilla chili sauce, grilled queso fresco, Napoli salad, and chicharron dust. Okay, we have one word to describe this dish: incredible. The beef was cooked to perfection, but the grilled queso fresco underneath the beef was chef's kiss. Cheese generally makes everything better after all, and it also had a unique flavor profile, plus a cool texture thanks to the crunchy chicharron dust on top. This is easily the star of the whole show. Anyway, we'll be back to eat this again and again. The Wagyu bun for $9.75 is made with a steamed bun filled with American Wagyu beef and served with a Japanese karashi mustard sauce and violet shisho sauce. Now, last year it was served with a green shisho sauce. The violet shisho sauce with the mustard sauce on the side made the flavors complex and interesting. The bun is so good it doesn't even need the sauces. They're just the proverbial icing on the cake. The Wagyu beef is very tender, expertly cooked, and the bun was light and airy with a hint of sweetness. We got a new booth on the list here, Fictional Victuals. This booth debuted with all the dishes named for works of fiction, like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. And on our list is the Squid Ink Pasta for $7.75. This dish comes with lump crab, truffle cream, and shaved truffle. This isn't our first Squid Ink culinary adventure. In fact, we had some just a few months ago at the Spain food booth during the 2024 Food and Wine Festival, and we liked the paella negra made with squid ink rice so much that it made our best of the fest. So, can the squid ink pasta carry that torch? Yep, it surprised us because it tastes like regular pasta with truffles, but there is a briny aftertaste, so you'll want to be prepared for that. But we loved this, and we heard a lot of people raving about it. Also at Fictional Victuals, we loved the butterscotch milkshake for $5. How could you not, really? This sweet drink comes with a fun chocolate garnish. It's a solidly fantastic milkshake. We could drink 5 of these in one sitting. It's got a good butterscotch flavor, and we appreciate that chocolate garnish. Another new booth at this year's fest has delivered one of the prettiest dishes of the festival. All of the dishes at this booth are representing different Disney Broadway musicals, and this is called the Enchanted Rose. By the way, the booth is the Opening Bites booth. So the Enchanted Rose must be for the musical Beauty and the Beast, though this item is new to the Festival of the Arts. A different version of it has been previously available at Disney's Hollywood Studios along Sunset Ranch Market, and we've seen some similar things pop up over at Amorette's Patisserie and at previous festivals. Now, this festival's version is a milk chocolate rose with raspberry and rose center. The cost is $6.50, and this item is eligible for those participating in the wonderful Walk of Colorful Cuisine. This may be our favorite thing at this booth. It's creamy and chocolatey, but not too heavy, and the raspberry jam in the middle has a little bit of tartness, but it's mostly sweet. Good combo. The rose petals have an interesting texture that isn't quite crunchy, but is a bit on the crispy side. We'll definitely be getting this again during the festival. Heading over to Refreshment Port, the caprese poutine with Tuscan spiced french fries, confit tomatoes, slivered garlic, mozzarella pearls, basil pesto, shaved pecorino, and balsamic glaze. There's so much going on in this dish. Might be one of our favorite poutines ever. This new dish had tons of toppings, which scored bonus points with us, but the flavors were so good. We also loved the way the tomatoes were cooked because it felt like they were exploding in your mouth. So we'll just call this dish an explosion of flavors and tell you to get it for $8.50. Over at La Cuisine Francaise, we loved the creme de brie and petit pain. Surprise, surprise, I love a plastic cheese in a bread bowl. This is a returning classic and one of our top picks from this booth for several years in a row. The delicious creme de brie and petit pain is $9.95. It's a warm, creamy brie in a house-made bread bowl. Every year we've had it, it's wowed us. It's melted cheese in a bowl made of bread, so there's not a lot to complain about here unless you hate or are allergic to cheese. And the dish is creamy, it's soft and smooth, and the bread is nice and warm. This is a heartwarming, cozy, yet elevated snack that we will recommend over and over again. Yep, we have no notes for this one. All right, are you ready for honorable mentions? These may not be full Best of the Fest winners, but we did want to highlight them because they were particularly good. The sushi donut at Goshiki. This is a longtime favorite at the Goshiki booth, and for good reason. It's a donut-shaped sushi item featuring salmon, tuna, shrimp, cucumber, and sesame seed over a decorated plate of wasabi aioli, sriracha aioli, and eel sauce. It's a popular pick that is particularly fun because of its shape and color, and the colorful nature of the sushi donut makes it awesome to photograph. In terms of taste, when we've had it in the past, the fish has been really fresh and it practically melts in your mouth, plus the spicy sauces add a great layer of flavor. It's an iconic festival eat. Don't miss your chance to pick this up for a limited time for $8.75. Over at L'Art de la Cuisine Francaise, we've got the frozen French martini. If you're looking for a cool, delicious, and refreshing drink to enjoy at the festival on a hot Florida day, maybe not this week, we have it right here. The frozen French martini is a returning favorite made with Grey Goose vodka, Chambord, pineapple, orange, and grape juices with lemon lime foam. The combo of flavors is lovely here and results in a sweet and refreshing drink. It's easy to sip on as you stroll throughout Epcot. Grab the drink for $15.25. Now our next item takes us to Pop Eats for a fantastic returning grilled cheese creation. This beauty has pimento cheese, bacon, and fried green tomatoes, plus it comes with a lovely little tomato soup. This little meal costs $6. It's a great deal. We loved this last year with the savory creamy soup and the not too spicy sandwich. While the classic grilled cheese sandwich paired with the soup, another option at this booth, is tasty, the elevated grilled cheese takes things to another level. There's a bit of spice, not heat, just spice from the pimento, and all the flavors pair really well together. But take our advice, dip that grilled cheese in the soup. It's a partnership here, and the elements combined are what makes this a star. The chorizo and potato empanada is a delicious pick at the Festival of the Arts. Vibrante picante and vivito booth. It is served with turmeric aioli and annatto aioli. We noticed a lot of folks talking about the empanada, and now that we have it again, we love it. It's beautiful. It's also filled with so much chorizo that it could be kind of the snack that would hold you over until you get a full meal. Be warned though that chorizo packs some heat. We have a feeling it could please a lot of people out there. Get it for $6.75. Okay, let's talk best plant-based, the wild mushroom risotto at Gourmet Landscapes. If you love mushrooms and cheese and deliciously savory flavors in general, do not overlook the wild mushroom risotto at Gourmet Landscapes, which has made our best of the fest list many times, but this year it's completely plant-based. This has been a long-time DFB favorite, and it can be all yours for $9.75 this year. The dish is served with truffle shavings and Zinfandel reduction, and it's worth every penny. Wonderfully rich and thick, paired with that mushroom flavor that really comes through in the delicious vegan Parmesan cheese that even non-plant-based eaters are going to love. Best for kids at this festival, the rainbow cake topped with Skittles popped freeze-dried candy at Figment's Inspiration Station. We've loved the rainbow cake for the past couple years, and it is back again. This cake was wonderfully moist with all of those layers of icing in between the cake. It was almost like a zebra cake, but better. The freeze-dried Skittles are a little bit strange consistency-wise, but they somehow work pretty well when combined with the cake, and kids will likely find the colors super fun. Get it for $5.25. Now, if you want something that'll keep your kid entertained, the Artist Palette Jumbo Cookie is a good choice. In terms of its taste, it's a regular standard chocolate chip cookie, so there's nothing special about that, but it is a good thing for those with picky palettes. The design is really what makes this a standout for kids. It has different paint icing colors with little paintbrush so kids can have a blast coloring their cookie before they devour it. Grab this one for $5.50. Now, it's time to crown our best booth of the fest. Our runner-up this year is Goshiki. This booth is a real winner, but the standout is the Wagyu bun, which could be even better than our beloved cheeseburger pods in Animal Kingdom. However, everything here just works, so you just can't go wrong with any of the options. The taiyaki is flaky and buttery with a unique and smooth red bean paste inside that pairs well with the whipped topping and those fun blueberry popping pearls. The sushi donut, always a crowd favorite, plus you can get the tasty mocktail Okinawa lemonade, a boozy yuzu IPA, or a sake flight or sake served in a traditional wooden square cup. Overall, there's a lot of tasty options here, so 100% worth a stop and worth trying more than one dish. The winner for this year's festival, though, is El Artista Hambriento. In addition to the carne asada, everything we tried at this booth was a winner. Now, this is super interesting because remember, the Mexico booth was kind of a big loser at the last festival, at Festival of the Holidays. So I love that it kind of redeemed itself at this one. The croqueta had a nice spiciness to it that had more kick than we would have expected. We loved it. The natilla de maíz was a nice flan-like dessert that was creamy and light and made with corn. The Floridito cocktail was nice and refreshing, while the Strawberry Fields margarita was a perfect blend of flavors. That sums up everything about this booth. All the flavors were balanced beautifully. Everything we had there was not just solid, but went above and beyond. Okay, now that you've made it to this part of the video, we've got tips for this year's festival. Opening day is always the most crowded, but if you can, avoid visiting the festival on the weekends. Opening weekend this year coincides with Martin Luther King Day, and those 3-day weekends are always busy at Disney. That being said, Festival of the Arts tends to be the least crowded of the 4 annual EPCOT festivals. Next tip, have your plan of attack. Over at DisneyFoodBlog.com, we've got free printables of all the dishes at this year's festival and a handy map to help you navigate the festival. Now, when you get to EPCOT, you can grab your festival passport so you can check show times and more. You should always pack a tray, like a cafeteria tray, so you don't have to worry about juggling all those little paper food boats and drinks as you find somewhere, hopefully not the top of a trash can, to set your food down and eat. And if you want a quick cheat sheet for the fest, we've got that updated map and food checklist you can grab for free at disneyfoodblog.com/arts, or just scan the QR code. And don't forget that if you want more info, we've got every single detail in our 2025 DFB guide to the EPCOT Festival of the Arts at dfbstore.com. Remember that if you are using the Disney dining plan, you can use your snack credits on lots of items at the food booths. Just keep an eye out for that little DDP logo. This is going to be some of the best dining plan deals, with that funnel cape coming in at $12 and many pricier items at the France booth. If you want to guarantee a great seat for those Broadway shows, Disney on Broadway Concert Series dining packages are available, offering guests the chance to pair lunch or dinner, either a 3-course meal or a full buffet based on location, at a participating EPCOT table service restaurant with guaranteed priority seating for an evening show on the same date. Packages start at $51 per adult and $23 per kid. Akershus, Spiergarten, Coral Reef, Garden Grill, Le Cellier, Rose and Crown, and Spice Road Table all offer advanced dining reservations for this. A same-day walk-up Disney on Broadway dining package is also available at an EPCOT counter service location, Regal Eagle Smokehouse in the American Adventure Pavilion, and offers guaranteed seating with a meal at a lower price point. But again, those are walk-up reservations. Can't pre-book that one. Almost every aspect of the park joins in on the festival's artistic festivities, and that includes the character meet and greets. Several characters, especially Disney princesses, have their own piece of artwork, each with their own unique art style that suits the character perfectly. Even Pluto gets in on the fun with some paint splatter on his collar. Swing by Communicore Hall to see a new exhibit, Once Upon a Stage, 30 Years of Disney on Broadway, that features costumes and props from Disney musicals and a behind-the-scenes look at how animated films were adapted for Broadway. The festival official food crawl, the Wonderful Walk of Colorful Cuisine, is back this year. Guests can purchase 5 to 7 designated items at various food booths, receiving a stamp in their festival passport for each one, and then they can get a free Figment Rice Krispie at the Deco Delights booth. That is a wrap on this year's Festival of the Arts Best of the Fest. If there's a dish you're curious about that didn't make our Best of the Fest list, we've got full reviews over at DisneyFoodblog.com of every single booth, every single item. If you're headed to Disney World soon, be sure to subscribe to the channel and check out our free newsletter so you can stay up to date on all the latest Disney Parks news. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.